So, you've all heard by now that GTA, the trilogy, has been censored when it comes to at least Phil Cassidy's shirt. Now, I didn't want to jump on this when it first happened because I wanted everybody to say their opinion and I wanted to read the room. I wanted to see what everyone had to say. And I'm going to come at this from a different angle. I know I did the video about Resident Evil 4 censorship, but that video was a different take on talking about censorship in gaming. It was more talking about why this particular thing was censored. Even in that video, which you should check out, I said if you just want to play Resident Evil 4 in VR, well, the story being censored is not going to mess with the gameplay if that's your focus. Just like with the GTA trilogy, as far as we know, nothing in the gameplay has been censored. All we know is that Phil's shirt has been censored. So let me talk about this censorship. Let me talk about my opinion on this situation and the community's response to it, because I think I provide a different take than most. First, I want to say I grew up playing these games. I played all of the classic GTAs. I pretty much played all the 3D games, beat them all. I played the first two games, but I never beat them. I wanted to tell you my background because first I have to say most of these people complaining, or not most, but a lot of them complaining, never played these games. And how do I know this? Is because when I watch their videos, they'll say I've never played the old GTA games, and they're upset that the game isn't authentic to how the game was way back when. Let me explain something to you guys about gamers of yesteryear and gamers of today. Gamers of today complain quite a bit. It is not just the group of people you are thinking of. Some may call them SJW. Some people get political and say it's the gamers who lean to the left that complain a lot. But no, gamers today in general, regardless of political views or how they view or feel about things outside of gaming, just complain all the time because people in general complain a lot today. I grew up in a town where people complain more about serious things than silly things. So let me give you an example using GTA. Back in the day with GTA Vice City, since we were talking about Phil's shirt, that game was censored. How was it censored? Well, there was a lot of mention of Haitians in the game because there's a Haitian gang. And there was a lot of dialogue saying to kill the Haitians. Now, real life Haitian people didn't particularly like this. There was some protective act that they had and they felt this violated it or could cause people to discriminate against them. So they threatened to sue Rockstar, and Rockstar basically agreed to remove it. Now, back in this time, there was no digital stuff outside of PC. So when it came to the console releases, they basically had to re-release versions of the game with this stuff cut out. And a lot of people probably played that version. I played both versions. And I could tell you, yes, does the dialogue sound a little choppy? Does it sound a little odd in some areas because where they said Haitian, they just kind of left it blank? Of course. But I'm telling you, gamers at that time did not care in general. Do you know why? It's because we were too busy enjoying the game. See, Vice City wasn't ruined because of that censorship, even though that censorship was actually more important than Phil's shirt. Let me tell you something as someone who's beat Vice City multiple times, probably over 7 times, possibly 10 plus times. Phil's shirt having the Confederate flag on it and it not being there anymore is honestly irrelevant to the entire experience. That flag being there or not takes nothing away from the game. A lot of you will say, well, how is that possible? How can it not take away from the game? It was there to begin with. Yes, it was there because GTA is a reflection, a parody of real life. But Phil's character is a reflection or parody of what you would call a redneck. And let me tell you something. You don't need to see the rebel flag, the Southern Pride flag, the Confederate flag. I'm just naming all the different names that flag has to know if someone fits into the stereotype of a redneck. Unless they change Phil's character, you're going to know who he is. You don't need to see the flag. So then you might say, well, why would Rockstar take it out? Now, this is when we're going to have to talk business. And this is one thing that a lot of gamers fail to understand. That this is a business. And people want to make money. And people want to make money without having to deal with a bunch of headaches and lawsuits and issues. So I'm imagining Rockstar simply took this out the game just in case there might be a problem. Because I'm going to tell you something. a lot of people don't understand this, but the people complaining about stuff like that today are potential customers, are customers that actually will not buy if things that offend them are in products. Whereas the majority of gamers that's been around for a long time, like myself, we tend to not move that way. We will buy games for pretty much any reason. As long as we want the game and as long as nothing drastic has happened, we will buy a game. We don't really care because we grew up in the generation of not caring about things like that. It's silly. It's not that big of a deal. Whether that Confederate flag was there or not, I was buying the game. Just like back in the day, whether or not they removed the Haitian content or not, I was buying Vice City. It really didn't matter. People like us don't play a factor with business because we're going to buy anyway. Unless the company is doing something extremely egregious or is censoring the game to the point that it's basically not anything close to what it's supposed to be, we won't not buy. We will buy anyway. These people won't, which is why they cater to them. See, a lot of you don't understand this, so I'm trying to tell you something. If you truly believe that this is an issue, then you cannot buy this game. You cannot support it. You cannot pick and choose when to support something. You have to be as strict with your money as the people you may call the left, the SJW, or whatever you may call them. One thing I could tell you about those people, though, is that those people are serious when they say they don't like certain things, and they will not financially support them. And businesses know this. However, when it comes to people on the opposite end, you all aren't really like that. Because deep down, you all are just like me. You don't get moved in a negative way by most things. You can roll things off your back. You're not easily offended. Things don't really bother you that much. So to make a long story less long, even though I know this, I still find it interesting why so many YouTubers make these videos, even though deep down I know this stuff doesn't really bother them. They'll make these videos about censorship mainly because it generates money. Now that goes back to business. A lot of you guys that watch these channels don't understand. They're feeding into your anger and, you can also say your fears. They're feeding into that because they know it generates views and money. See, I could sit here and make a video and complain about censorship and gaming all day. But honestly, I have no desire to unless it's a particular situation that truly makes me want to do that. But a lot of people don't operate that way. They will see the views, they will see the money and say, well, I can rant and rave about something even if I truly don't even care about the topic. Even if I don't even find what they're censoring to be even a big issue. I don't even care. They'll do that all day because they know you, the viewer, will feed into it. And see, someone like me can just peep that. Maybe it's because I do YouTube. Maybe it's because I just know the difference between a genuine response versus a automated one. I don't know. But to wrap this video up, my whole opinion on it is this. If you feel that them censoring Phil's shirt is a big deal, don't support the game. You cannot have wiggle room if you truly want Rockstar and Take-Two to understand you all are serious. Do not buy the game whatsoever and let them know why you're not buying the game. Go on social media and say, I'm not buying this game because you censored the game. And let them know that enough of you will not buy the game. So now they will have a conflict. Now they will have to judge, well, our loyal customers that's always been buying from us are not going to buy the game, and potential customers may not buy the game. They might side with you because at least they can bank on you buying it. Whereas people that are new or may just see that and be offended and say no, they're a little fickle. But again, they will buy if things aren't there to irritate them. But if you don't put up a fight, then you're just basically making YouTube videos and going in the comment sections ranting and raving about nonsense. But that's just my take. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Peace and have a great day.